And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sobacksports. And we're so back with another episode of the podcast. And if you are new and returning viewer, welcome. And we appreciate you for tuning in. And we're going to be, on every Tuesday and Thursday. So if you're, have some time, feel free to tune in and listen to us yap about the NFL. So what's up, guys? How you guys feeling after week one?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Uh,
feeling good.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, same.
the Cowboys, 1-0. I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
How did you think about the game overall after Dak got paid?
I thought he deserved the contract. I mean, it's a lot of money, but
Mm-hmm.
they needed a quarterback. I will say he himself individually didn't play that good, but I mean, it's fine. It's the Browns defense, and they were trying to keep the lead, so it was like a bunch of like screenplays and stuff. There were some missed passes by Dak though, but it's week one. They won what 33-17. I was really impressed by the defense, not the offense. The defense.
Hmm.
I was impressed by Aubrey. Like, bro hit a 65 yarder like easily. Like,
I
I
know.
think, I think they should have let him go for the 70. I mean, you never know.
No,
Like,
everyone thinks that.
Yeah, that
could
was
have made it.
insane.
He could
He
have.
would like even almost hit that too. That's the crazy thing. Like at that point, you just like I think McCarthy for that reason should be like fined for coaching malpractice at this point because that could have been legendary. And what 66 yards was the record?
No, he hit a 66 yarder.
So it
And
tied
then
with the
it, and
record.
it didn't. Yeah, and then it
We
didn't
didn't
count.
count,
Mm-hmm.
and he went back 5 yards.
Dang. Well, I mean, listen, if I'm being real, they they should have paid the kicker than Dak, but I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, it was a good game. I think that uh the Cowboys in general did what they needed to do. It was a weaker team. I feel like no matter what, if Deshaun Watson plays, I just think that the team is not as good. Like you, the team with DTR and Joe Flacco last year looked more competitive and better, or like more offensively like efficient, if you know what I mean.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And it just did not look like that with Deshaun Watson. Every single time, like with Deshaun Watson, it just seems like it regresses heavily. And they're just doing it as like a sunk cost because of how much guaranteed money they gave him.
Well, I
I
mean, they kind of.
mean, yeah.
Yeah, you can
No, you can
speak.
go.
You can
You
speak.
go.
All right. I just think with Deshaun, he just hasn't played enough. He played 13 games in 3 years, so
Mm-hmm.
don't know if that's good enough.
Oh,
I,
that's
I just
Work
don't.
in
I just don't think
consistency.
that like. I just think that like Deshaun. I think you give him to week 5, like, or like week 6 or whatever. And if they're like what 1-5 or like 0-5 or something, you cut the leash out and
I don't think they'll
give.
be on 5, but
I don't know, man. Like that
they
that
just need to
offense did
face the
not look
Ravens
good.
or some division team, and somehow they'll make him. Some like the last year, I think Deshaun's best game was against the Ravens, and they won that game in the first place. Um, don't
Yeah.
know how they did that with Deshaun Watson, but somehow he decided to show up, and then after that game, immediately out for the season. So he'll give you that one game at least.
Yeah, that game he missed a lot of throws and like he just didn't look like himself. Obviously, I think David has a point. Like he hasn't played in a while, but look, you're getting paid 230 million, fully guaranteed contract. You got to go out there and play. And Cleveland Browns fans, they've been through hell, and they want a quarterback that's gonna lead them
Been
to the
through, they're
playoffs.
still going through it ever
I
since they
know,
got rid of Baker.
I know. I like they're going through hell right now. And they need something like that team. I feel like the Browns have a good team. Like they have good receivers. I mean, look, Amari's still good. They have Jerry Judy. Uh, I don't know what about David Njoku. Maybe he's out for a little while because of that high ankle sprain. But that team is pretty good. The offensive line is not terrible. Like Deshaun needs to play better. Kevin Stefanski needs to call a better game for him. But
I don't
if
think
when
it's
I
really Stefanski. I
no,
think
but when I saw that game, I saw the offensive line collapsing a lot, and I'm not saying Deshaun Watson's off the hook, but it was not all on him. Like
yeah, I agree.
I don't
he
know. I
I
just
thought
think that
I
like
thought
his
Deshaun's just team let him down a little too. I mean, I thought Deshaun was part of the problem, but I don't think it was
yeah.
all him.
I
Yeah,
saw a lot of his passes, and a lot of them were just pretty much just going out of bounds. Like even the deep shots to like the sideline, it just seemed like it was just throwaways more than actual plays down the field. But who do I know? But
I mean, here's another thing about the Browns, real quick. They've had a better offense with every other quarterback than Deshaun Watson. So if I'm Deshaun Watson, you need to go out there and play well because
well,
the players know around him that they went to the playoffs last year with Joe Flacco. They looked better, like you said, with DTR. Like they look better with all those quarterbacks. There was literally a stat they had on ESPN today saying, look, the offensive efficiency with those other quarterbacks compared to Deshaun Watson, and it's a drastic comparison there. So if I'm Deshaun Watson, man, you got to
Oh, it
go out
wasn't.
there.
It was the same.
Oh, it was a little bit. It was a little bit off. I remember
No,
because
it was like 22.4 and 22.7 the points per game. It was like literally the same.
but they were winning more games with
No, it was not.
uh
They were fine. It was the same. Deshaun when he played was 5-1
yeah.
last year.
last year. Yeah, they were
So
five and one.
he lost to the Steelers. Is that the only game he lost to?
I don't know who
Yeah.
he lost to, but he was 5-1. And then that's what they were pointing out. Like it was literally the same stats. So the QB for the Browns doesn't really matter. I think it's their defense that carries them.
Yeah, TJ Watt is their MVP,
Yeah.
really. Or sorry, not TJ.
But I still think he needs to play
Miles
better
Garrett.
though.
No,
Even
he does
then,
need to play better, but
I don't think he can. That's the thing. He just can't. He's not. He's been out of like
yeah,
playing
and he
time.
just also like he just injured too much. Like
Hmm.
his shoulder is screwed up.
Yeah, but in terms of the Bears, I think my brother Slashing and I talked about it a lot, but in the previous video. But yeah, I mean, it was a first half that we want to forget, but the second half we will still remember to this day. But I guess no one will remember the first half except for us, Bears fans.
it's a game. It's a game where defense and special teams matters. Like it's a
Mhm.
game where like everyone realizes that this league, yeah, it's a pass heavy league. It's a very offensive oriented league, but defense matters and special teams especially matters because special teams and defense can win you a game when your offense is stale. I think that was a big showing to me. And I'm just happy our defense and special teams are like carried the load when our offense was bad. I think that's a good sign for the Chicago Bears.
I just think that in hindsight, it's it's good that we have a good defense and special teams because previous iterations of the Chicago Bears offense or the teams that we've had, we would have not won that game if we were down 17-0. And the fact that we could rely on heavily on a defense to take care of us means a lot. And it's good to know for the future, especially against teams that are highly skilled or playoff bound or even Super Bowl bound. So hats off to the defense, hats off to the special teams, and you'll love to see it. Caleb has to play better. No point, no doubt about it. If you want to listen to that whole debate with me and Slashing, you can go check out the previous video because, yeah, we're not trying to go through that right now. But,
Yeah, yeah.
and I guess we can go into the previous game or yesterday's night's game, and a particular Aaron Rodgers made his official debut, I guess, from for the New York Jets. And
I thought he
yeah,
was so good. Like actually, I know that they got whooped, but I thought he himself played so good. Like I didn't expect him to be that good. They were dropping his passes left and right, and that offsides play. I don't know. That was crazy.
I mean that was vintage Rodgers. To
I
be
know
fair,
that was some crazy. Like I
Wait,
just
167 yards, 13 for 21
I thought he did really
is
good.
so
Not
good.
yeah, but dude, did you see how many passes they dropped for him? It was like 4 or 5. It was a lot of drop passes. Maybe
hmm
3 or 4.
and the
But
fact
that's
that
still a
Alan
lot.
Alan Lazard, like,
You guys want to know something interesting about Aaron Rodgers? In 24 games, he's not throwing for 300 yards. Tom Brady in that same iteration in time, threw 2 games, 400 yards. I'm just saying, like, Aaron Rodgers, the Jets this season, it just gave me a note that we're not going to see the same Aaron Rodgers, and that's rightfully
Yeah,
so.
we're not, but
He's 40 years old,
it's the
but
first game in my opinion.
I don't I don't like. That's the reason why I never had the Jets winning the division because it just doesn't make sense. Like Aaron Rodgers is 40 years old. This team, I look, I think Robert Sala after this game. I'm sorry, Robert Sala is on the hot seat. Like he
He's
is.
been on the hot seat.
He's been on the hot seat, but it's also one game, bro.
Hmm.
I guess it's an overreaction though. These are
This is
overreactions.
overreaction. This is the
Yeah,
perfect time and only
that's
time that's
true.
allowed for overreaction. So
No, but like
go ahead.
here's my thing. Here's my
That's
thing.
true.
Here's my thing. He was the defensive coordinator for the sorry, not Dallas Cowboys, the 49ers. He was with Kyle Shanahan. You're telling me you could not get any pressure on Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy literally had
That
a
was pretty
field
bad.
he had a
I mean,
field day. Like obviously he didn't have touchdowns, but he still had a field day. He was wide open in the
Bro,
pocket, no
Your
pressure.
running back was going crazy.
I mean, keep in mind. Look at this time of possession, 17 minutes long. If
I don't think
anything,
Aaron Rodgers was terrible, but he wasn't like
He
amazing.
wasn't bad. He only like think about if you look at the time. Look how much less time he had.
yeah,
had
he didn't.
half
He
the
only had,
time.
Look,
He
I
didn't
mean,
have
I see
time
what
to
you mean.
ball out. He didn't have any time to.
yeah. And the thing is, the first or second drive after the fumble or whatever, like,
No, he threw an interception.
That interception was crazy.
yeah, it was a tip
That was
drill.
pretty unlucky, but it happens.
But yeah,
Interceptions.
listen, at the end of the day, I'm happy. Like, listen, I can defend Aaron Rodgers all I want or how he did, but at the end of the day, nothing makes me more happier than him getting a taste of his own medicine that he's given to the Chicago Bears and gets
He's
owned
by
by
the 49ers,
the
yeah.
49ers.
The
I
Niners
love
own
to
him,
see
but
it. Continuation of old
Well,
traditions,
the
I
one
guess.
thing I'll say about Rodgers is he won a Super Bowl and they haven't since he's
That
been
is also
drafted.
true.
Yeah,
The Niners can own them in the regular season, but or in the
No,
playoffs too.
and even in the playoffs, but they haven't won
Mhm.
one. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I
That's the
take it.
only thing he has over them.
Yeah.
the four,
Only thing.
Hey,
Same
Jimmy
with-
Garoppolo owns him too.
2011. Look, I just think that obviously I think Aaron
I
Rodgers is
still
gonna-
think the Jets are winning the division. I'm not
Okay.
worried about that.
I don't know. I think the Bills have a better shot.
I
no,
really like
after
Allen,
after
but
what I saw what
after yesterday, I still think Rodgers is top 10.
top
Interesting.
10?
Top
Yeah.
10.
That's
Top
crazy.
10.
That's
He-
crazy.
I mean,
From
I
the
guess that's good.
throws
That's
he-
kind of
The throws we're making were so pin perfect. Like no, they're it was so good. Like I don't know how they were dropping them.
I don't know.
There was some receiver problems, and when you think about it, it's his first game in so long. Like he didn't even play preseason,
Mm-hmm.
And I think
and
he
he
should have
played that
played.
well.
I don't think that
I think
due to
he should
wrist
have played
injury.
preseason.
No, they
It
didn't
doesn't.
want that.
I mean, he would have got way more familiar with the offense if he like played.
Yeah.
Preseason.
no,
It's better. Like
I really liked how Rodgers played.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
I liked it too. I mean, I think like ever since he went to the Jets now, or at least today or yesterday, I realized while watching the game, now that he's no longer in our division, yes, I still absolutely despise him with every fiber of my being, but I can appreciate his game a lot more now that he's no longer facing us twice every year. I can I've known that he had insane talent. That's why he's a 4-time MVP.
look,
but-
he's top 5 for sure. Like
Yeah, but like I'm just saying, it's still crazy to me at this age he's able to like put that much spin on the ball, accuracy wise, still call offside plays and utilize like
Yeah.
a free play is very
I mean,
insane to me.
Joe Flacco does the same thing.
I mean,
like,
sure,
Not as good. Not as
not as good. It's not
Not
as
as
Yeah,
good,
it's
but
not
he
as
was
good.
still like throwing accurate passes. I mean, if you're in the NFL, like I think
Nah. Rodgers' accuracy is like way better
Next
than
level.
Flacco's. It's way better than
I just
Flacco.
don't think,
Listen,
like,
I
King-
don't like
like-
Aaron Rodgers, and I can admit
I just
that.
don't
Like,
I just don't think that
I don't like
167
him.
yards.
I like him. But he has less
167
possession. When he
doesn't-
had
it
the
doesn't-
ball, he's balling out.
yeah, it kind of does matter if the amount of time.
When I saw him yesterday, he was also missing throws too. Like he wasn't
He-
like fully
He had
pre-
66% completion percentage. That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Sit third down efficiency 60. Yeah, exactly. It's like
He's doing good.
not
He's
bad
good.
at all. 13 first downs for only 21.
I'm just skeptical. Me personally, I'm just skeptical of the Jets. But I mean, I see you guys.
I'd be skeptical of the Jets just for the fact that
Their
not
defense.
Rodgers, their defense, but
So
also
you're saying that Rodgers wasn't like
Brees is trash from that. If we're overreacting, Brees is trash, bro. If we're overreacting,
oh, he
you
had a
know what I'm saying?
touchdown. He had a touchdown.
That's good for fantasy, but like he only had 54 yards, averaging 3.4 yards. That's horrible. I get it, it's the Niners, but like still, like for someone who was predicted to like have a breakout year, he's breaking in, not out, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't
Brees got
like
to be
that.
better, but Brees has got to be better. But
Like,
I
look,
don't think like Aaron Rodgers had
Jordan
a perfect
Mason,
game.
bro. No, he didn't have a perfect
I
game. I just thought he did really good for coming back from an Achilles injury, not playing. I thought he did really good.
look. I'll give him this. He did better than Kirk Cousins.
Well, he's a way
I'll
better
give him
player
that.
than Kirk.
He's better than
No,
Kirk
but they both
Cousins, though.
had
Yeah,
no, but they both had the same injury last season, and he did better, and they're both on the older side. So I'll say that he did better than Kirk Cousins.
To
But
be fair, Kirk Cousins got injured way later than Aaron Rodgers did.
yeah.
Like a couple weeks later, meaning that Aaron Rodgers had more time to.
look, overall reactions, man, to this game, Purdy, he did his job. I mean, I don't really expect that much from Purdy. Like Purdy, he's a game manager, which is not bad. It's not bad to be a game manager, and he didn't throw any touchdowns. He didn't have a wow game, but he managed the game really well and won them the game. Like, and that's to the credit of the Jets because the Jets did not give him any pressure at all. So
It-
that's great. Jets are in shambles now because they have to pay Hassan Reddick now because after that performance, you have to pay him. It's basically what we saw last year with the Kansas City Chiefs against the Detroit Lions, where Chris Jones sat out, and after that they paid him. So it's probably gonna be the same things like that. They need to pay Chris. They need to pay Hassan Reddick as soon as possible. But other than that, Purdy played a good game. Ayuk should have caught that ball in the end zone. You got paid the bag. You were a drama queen. You were a drama queen the whole offseason and made all these like complaints, all these FaceTime calls to Jaden Daniels for what? Just to get the same contract from the Niners and just create headlines and stories.
Yeah,
I
but keep in mind.
I don't care about Ayuk, but like anyways, enough about that. I think the Niners are going to be they're going to be the best team in the NFC for sure. I mean, they have the weapons and stuff, but
Let's
yeah.
talk about Jordan Mason real quick and how the CMC stuff. Which one
Mhm.
of you had CMC in your drafts for
Not
fantasy?
me. Not
Zero.
me.
Not. I never got lucky enough to get CMC, but
I got him with the second pick, and for one of my leagues, and
I'm
he
happy I didn't get him.
thankfully did not sell me because the other team had to overcome 50 points. So they almost like came close, where it's like they had Ayuk and the Niners defense, but they are only able to get like what 20-ish points, which is not that much. But I survived there. But apparently it's like Achilles tendonitis or something like that. So
Yeah, I saw that.
see, I don't know, but it's okay. At least the rest of my team is okay, and hopefully
I
Jordan,
don't
Amon-Ra.
know. I don't know if Jordan Mason's good or it's the O line.
It could be the O line, but the fact that he's like undrafted too, and he balled out. Like,
okay,
gotta give
I
him
don't know.
is
He's
Jordan
probably
Mason
good.
will he's going to be the second running back in
Mhm.
their offense for sure. Like for sure.
Yeah.
Like he deserves it. 28 carries for 147 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, very good.
And when
Mhm.
McCaffrey was injured, like yeah, he's gonna make the starting lineup. But yeah, good job for him. That's good. I like to see some undrafted, unproven rookies come out and play really well in the biggest stages, which is really really good. So I'm happy for him. He definitely should be rostered though.
Mm-hmm. I think that also for the 49ers specifically, Trent Williams, is he still paid? Did he get paid yet or
Yeah,
no?
he got
Yeah,
paid.
he did.
He
He
Got
did.
did.
Okay,
paid.
he got
Big
paid. Okay,
bag.
that's good.
3
That's good.
years.
That's
The
great.
Niners are. This is it.
Yeah,
This
this
is
is
it.
the year for them. And the Jets, it's like, oh man, Jets fans can't catch a break. You think Bears fans have it bad? Because yes, we do, definitely do. But Jets fans, geez,
I'm telling you,
like
The
we're
Jets are going to jet,
complaining.
bro.
Yeah, no, like we're complaining for not making the playoffs for since 2020. It's what? It's been 4 years now. They have not made it since the last decade plus, 14 years almost, or 2011, or when they made the AFC Championship game, or something
Nah,
like
for
that.
sure.
Insane. Like, and the thing is, they've also had a quarterback issue as well. But not. I mean, they had like a quarterback that
No,
has
not
thrown.
really.
Well, they got
But
Sam Darnold most recently and Zach Wilson. So
I'm just saying this right now. If the Jets are expecting Aaron Rodgers to save this team, like it's not happening. Like
I
I'm
think it's a
sorry.
way better upgrade.
Yeah,
It's
I
oh
think
yeah,
it is.
for sure. I mean, anything's
Nah,
an upgrade over
I'm just
Zach
saying,
Wilson.
yo, yo, we don't know because I swear one year Tom, he was old and had, I get it. We can compare them. Tom's better than him, but talent wise, they're pretty similar. Tom had a down year, and I swear he had a down year, and then the next year did really good.
I don't know. I
So
think
an old
I
age. I
I
don't know.
don't think it's more
We can't
like
count him out yet.
yeah, it's true. But
He
I would
hasn't had
One
a
say
game.
talent wise, Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom. It's just
Yeah, for
Tom was
sure.
really good, like mentally was really good and at the game and like made the right plays at the right time as well. I mean, not saying that Rodgers couldn't do that. He had like 4 interceptions in like 20ish
Nah,
games.
yeah, no. Brady's the most timely guy you'll ever
Yeah,
see.
it's
Like it's
insane.
crazy. Yeah.
But both of them are great, nonetheless.
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, this is gonna be interesting to follow the Jets and the
I
Niners.
personally think the Jets will be really good.
Hmm.
I y'all want to review like our week one stuff, like
Yeah,
that we
sure.
recorded.
So, listen, I
I
went.
had the Chiefs. First of all, viewers, we had different predictions. I
Yeah,
had the Chiefs
yeah,
winning
but
this
like, I'm just saying, listen,
easily.
this is a collaborative effort. Remember, it's collaborative.
I will never pick the Ravens over the Chiefs, man. But
I
Yeah, I
had the
know.
Ravens. I just thought because of the regular season. This is playoffs. They'd be picking Chiefs.
Yeah, but yeah, the Ravens couldn't get over the hump and lost to the Chiefs.
I just don't think
Yeah,
it's ever gonna happen.
don't.
Like like I don't. Oh yeah, I'm saying this right now. Like if like people are Chiefs fans, the two quarterbacks they should always worry about is Josh Allen and Joe Burrow. Those are the only two quarterbacks that Chiefs fans have to worry about. Like Lamar, Aaron Rodgers, all these other ones, like they don't have to
I'd
too
worry about. I get it. Rodgers.
he's
I'd
washed, man.
still
I'm
worry a
sorry.
little.
Like he's not beating the Chiefs,
I'd
but
still worry about him.
nah.
I would.
2020 Rodgers, maybe. Maybe.
I'd
Like
still
NBA.
worry about Rodgers now, bro.
Uh,
Mm,
okay,
but yeah.
anyways.
You counted him out too
Well,
early.
Listen, okay.
I had the Eagles winning this also.
Before that,
I had,
like
I had the
speedy
Eagles.
recovery for Jordan Love. At the end of the day, no one prays for injuries.
Yeah,
It's
for sure,
like
for sure.
it was very, very scary to see him and like get injured like that. And you want to see competitive football as a Bears fan, and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
wish
yeah.
nothing but the best. But it does give me a smile seeing that the Packers lost week one, and
And
ah,
they're
what a way to
sadly
start.
they're sadly in shambles because Malik Willis is going to be starting for the next 4 weeks or 4 to 6 weeks. So,
Yeah, but for them, okay, for the Packers' sake, it's a good thing that the season's not 6 weeks long or something like that. But
but they need to win games
they
with
can.
Malik.
They'll win one
They
or two. I think their roster's pretty decent.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. But good
They
win,
play
but
the
very
Colts next
ugly
week.
game. It was one of the like most ugly.
Yeah, yeah,
Watch it.
for sure.
Saquon balled out. Insane. Giants. What the hell are you doing? Like, you chose Daniel Jones over Saquon. That's like actual GM malpractice. Like, I actually got it. You got to be testing this guy because what like
Uh, I disagree with you. Actually, I think that this was a very good game compared to the Chiefs versus Baltimore Ravens. Yes, it came down to the wire, but this was a
no.
really good game. This was
There
a
were so
great
many
game.
like slips. There was so many stuff. Like the turf was
But
garbage.
as a viewer, it was a great game because it came down to the last drive, and it was a lot more scoring. There was
Yes,
like
the Baltimore and Chiefs game also came down to the last drive. What are you talking
it
about?
did, it did. I said that it did, but I said that there was a lot more like scoring and more intensity in the game, and I felt like
Mhm.
Well, I missed the end of it, but the Rams and Lions game. That
What?
I
game.
feel like no, no,
The
no.
Rams and Lions game.
I feel like they should like make the same rule for the regular season, man. That's ridiculous that Matt Stafford didn't get a chance to have the ball. That's actually ridiculous, and the NFL needs to change that because they cannot just have that for the playoffs. They need to have that for the regular season because you never know. This game could really affect the Rams in the long term. Like that's ridiculous that Matt Stafford did not get a chance to get the ball and get a 2 point conversion to win the game. I'm not saying he would have, but that's crazy that's still a rule. Like I thought that they changed the rule for the regular season too, but I guess they didn't.
You don't know to say with that rule, I just think they gotta choose one or
I think
two. You know,
no. I
one
think they
drive
should
or
have
two drive.
no. They should have the same rule they have in the playoffs in the regular season because the regular season, believe it or not, matters. And like this is also an NFC matchup too. Like this
Yeah,
matters. Like playoff seedings, like tiebreakers. Like if that ever, because the Rams are going to be a good team this year. Um, it
Cooper Cup is
this
back.
he is back.
No, but like
Um,
he's back to his like normal self.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like if like the Lions escaped that one, in my opinion. Like if Stafford had the ball, they would have won. Like it's like whoever had the ball first would have won the game. And look, shout out to the Lions, they won the game, obviously. But I think the NFL needs to change the rule though, because that's ridiculous.
But it's also you could put the argument that it could also be like just defend better too. But I get what you mean. Like um
But then that was the argument for okay, and then that was the argument for the why did they change the rule for Josh Allen in the Bills when they played against Mahomes and Josh Allen had the number one defense that year. It's because you're playing elite quarterbacks in the league. And in that game especially, Stafford was balling out. You got to give both offenses a chance to score and win. You see in the NBA, both teams get a chance to win the game. I mean, obviously basketball is different; like it changes every possession. But like in football, if you're going to change the rule in the playoffs, it has to be also in the regular season. I don't see why it's different in the regular season. That's my whole thing.
yeah,
okay.
that makes sense.
But
Oh,
yeah. All right.
Steelers Falcons, man. Steelers Falcons. I actually watched the full game. I watched
Oh
this full
god.
game. Look, I previously put the Falcons to win this, but that's because I thought Russell Wilson is going to start. But then as soon as I got the news from Schefter, my good boy Schefter, he broke the news that Justin Fields was going to start this game. I knew for a fact that the Pittsburgh Steelers were going to beat the Falcons. Justin Fields owns Falcons. I mean, and it's great. It's great to see him go to Atlanta this time and win in Atlanta, in his hometown of Georgia. That was really, really good. And look, I just gotta say I was right. Justin Fields is going to be the starter next week against the Denver Broncos. And Russ, if I'm you, bro, it's over for you, buddy. It's over. Russ, it's bye bye. You're not going to be the starter ever again. But yo, look, he had a great career. But I think if Justin Fields balls out against the Denver Broncos, which we'll get to that in the next video, but I'm just saying if he does, he's gonna get the job, and Russell Wilson will be on the bench because he's gonna be 2-0. And what does Mike Tomlin? What does Mike Tomlin value?
What
Wins
if
or
the
stats,
Broncos win though? Wins.
dude? If that happens, it is a possibility. It's the NFL any given Sunday. But if they do, then Russ will start, obviously. But
Mhm.
I don't see that happening. Like I think we all would
But if
predict.
Justin loses the next game somehow, I'm just saying. I'm just asking, playing devil's advocate. Do you think Russ is going to get the starting job?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest.
So this
Yeah,
is a must win for him.
no, yeah, no, because it is must win because Justin Fields did not win the job. Like he didn't. It's
Yeah.
by God's grace. Like he put it after his interview. By God's grace, everything happens for a reason. For God's grace, he is the starting quarterback now because Russell Wilson is injured. So
Mm-hmm.
you got to take advantage of that if you're the backup. And if he wins this Sunday, and this time throws for touchdowns, and wins them the game, he will be the starter. I don't see a reason why Tomlin would not start him because Tomlin, what does he value more, stats or wins? He values wins.
Wins,
'Cause-
bro.
yeah,
All right. I mean, the Bills Cardinals
I
game wasn't that inspiring, but the Bills look dominant as
I
usual.
didn't get to
Wait, what?
watch the game, but I know they had a crazy comeback, and I'm
Yeah.
so disappointed in the Cardinals. I really am.
Mm-hmm. Like the
This is
comeback
game of
was
the
really
week, man.
dominant, and like at least it was like a tale of two halves in a sense. But
Wait,
All I
hold
know is
on, hold on,
Marvin's the GOAT.
buddy.
Undisputed Hall of Famer, right?
Wait, hold on. Wait, did you say that the Bills Cardinals game? I can argue that this was probably the game of the night of the whole thing, right? Because we thought that the Bills were just gonna go smack the Cardinals because the Cardinals were bad, but Cardinals came out and told the whole world that they're not gonna be a joke and that they're gonna be a competitive team. They started off 17, I think it was 17-3. Look, Kyler played good this game. Okay, whoever number 4 is, I forgot his name is on the Falcons. He needs to catch that ball. He needs
on
to
the
catch that ball
Cardinals,
at the end. Yeah, on the Cardinals. I don't know who he is, but he needs to catch that ball. Kyler played good. Marvin, you need to get him involved. You spent a fourth round, sorry, number 4 pick on Marvin Harrison Jr., who I think is gonna be a Hall of Famer, man. I think he's of that special of a talent. You gotta let him be involved in the offense. 4 yards for him is ridiculous. Like Jonathan Gannon, what are you doing? But yeah,
A lot of the
Bills.
plays in that they didn't really utilize Marvin because they didn't need to. I think because
Well,
like
they clearly
the
did
run game.
because
No. Because hear me out. The run game was working really well for them, and it just at that one point Kyler was just taking the ball, and the thing is Marvin is on like what the right or I forgot what side he's on, but he's on like either the right side, and most of the plays went to the left, so he was utilized as a decoy for the most part because the run game was what John Gannon saw fit for the
I promise,
offense.
I promise you, Marvin Harrison Jr. makes that catch at the end. No,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's what he was known for in O State. You making great catches.
Mhm.
I just don't understand why Kyler was not. He had 3 targets. Why is Marvin Harrison Jr. getting 3 targets? That's my whole thing, right? Like Dave, you can agree with me, right? Marvin should not be getting 3 targets in a game. And he should be because he's, in my opinion, the wide receiver 1 of this team. I mean, good pass,
Oh,
whatever his name is not the
I
wide
can
receiver
give
1.
like a reason why he got 3. It's one, he's a rookie. 2, as Soback said, he's a decoy. I don't know.
Mhm.
I didn't watch the game, but
But you
I'm
don't.
giving reasoning.
It's mostly a
I watched a
decoy
little bit
or
of it.
like
He
option.
shouldn't be getting 3, but you know,
Maybe it's just an outlier
it's also
game.
he's a rookie though. That's probably the biggest reason.
Yeah, like Odunze didn't
If you
get
want to
that
be
much.
competitive, you need. But Dunze is
Well,
also
because they had
playing
DJ
again with
Moore, yeah, and
and
Keenan.
Keenan Allen and Cole Kmet. Like,
Right.
who is on? Okay, other than Trey McBride, who is actually like a reliable target?
Hmm.
Fine, James Conner on like checkdowns, sure. Who's reliable? The reason why the Cardinals
Greg
brought
Dortch.
Marvin is, oh, that's the guy, Greg Dortch. That's the guy who missed the catch. Greg Dortch. He missed
Mm.
that catch at the end. I'm sorry, Marvin is catching that. Like, that's ridiculous. The Cardinals could have actually won this game because it would have been on the 2-yard line and they had like a timeout.
Yeah.
It was on fourth down.
Anyways, he kind of
I
went
think that's the
over.
end of the day, man.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
I thought
Anyways,
that game was so sloppy.
which one?
The Bears and Titans.
Yeah, it was really sloppy, but I don't know. I mean,
Hey,
let's get David's thoughts on
Yeah.
this because we've talked to death about this. But yeah.
yeah. I mean, I really just thought that it it showed that the Bears are a pretty good defense, but it also showed that the Titans' offense is in shambles because the Titans' defense did good. Like they actually did good. The Bears didn't score. They didn't score any offense. Their
Two-point conversion.
their
2-point
offense
conversion.
was so bad. Not the Titans' offense was so bad that no, not even their offense. Their quarterback. I'm gonna be honest. Will Levis should not be in the league after that throw he threw to Tyreek Stevenson. That was so bad.
He was trying to be
Yeah,
You
Mahomie,
just
man.
don't do that.
He was trying
You
to
just
be
don't do
Mahomie.
that.
And even like Callahan, head coach was just like shading him post game about that throw.
You like. I don't even know how they lost this game because like no. The offense didn't even score 1 touchdown. They scored 2 points.
No, and like field goals, but yeah. But that's special teams. You're right.
But yeah. Anyways, let's get to the game, which was pretty interesting. Colts Texans. Um, I picked the Colts for the sole
I
reason
picked
that I
Texans.
thought that it was like a trap game for the Texans. Or like I don't know, something. It was like a division game. I thought it was gonna be pretty sloppy. And things would just be, you know, all over the place, or it would be just a shootout. And clearly it was at one point because 27 to
Richardson
29
played
is
well.
yeah. But
No, finish.
no, go ahead.
I think Richardson played pretty well. I've been a big skeptic of Richardson, and I think he played really well. He proved me wrong. Week 1, obviously, it's week 1. I'm
That
going to go.
70-yard pass,
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
proved
saw
me
that.
wrong.
That was insane.
bro.
It was insane.
Dude
Yeah,
was
I
I didn't
think
like
really. I didn't
I think
catch
that
the game, but that's the one highlight I saw. That pass is
I
insane.
think that was really really good. I liked what he was going through his progressions. I liked that a lot. His interception was just terrible. That's one thing I have to tell him. Like tell about him is that that was a terrible interception. But all in all, Richardson played really well. I've been a big skeptic about him, but I said that he's not good. But yeah, clearly he is. He's here to stay, and I think he's gonna have a great game against the Packers next week for sure. He's going to destroy the Green Bay Packers
That's
next week.
why you're thinking Richardson's gonna be good.
Stroud played really well. I mean, that's nothing really to say.
Yeah,
He like threw like one
C-
pass from his like while on his knees on the ground and like somehow got a first down.
CJ's
He's
gonna
the
be MVP for sure. Like after week one,
he could be very well be
him or
the
Josh, him
Texans.
or
I'm
Josh.
still going. I'm still going with my boy Dak Prescott.
Mm.
That's who I'm
After
going
week
with.
one.
He did really bad week 1 last year too.
Oh yeah,
No,
true.
I'm not. I didn't think
He did.
Dak played bad. It's just that.
Dak had like 6 touchdowns and like 3 interceptions by week 4 or something. It was not. He was not doing good, and then he ended off with like
But
36
David,
and 8.
we're talking about the MVP of week one. Like right now, if you had to pick an MVP,
Oh,
I would
week
be,
1,
it's
Josh
gotta be
Allen.
Josh. Yeah, Josh or
Josh
CJ.
Allen.
I think Josh
Not
or
even
CJ.
close.
I.
But
Uh,
yeah,
you want to go to the Dolphins Jags game?
I all I know
Terrible
from
game.
this game is the because I also didn't catch it. Is that Tyreek had some crazy touchdown?
80 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had an insane touchdown. And insane. Pretty
That
much.
celebration with the
Yeah, that was
handcuffs was
crazy.
funny.
That morning was nuts. Like
Yeah,
the
that
Dak
was
Prescott contract, Tyreek Hill getting arrested, and then
Oh
him
yeah.
playing the game. And week one was just all over the place, man. And then Justin getting the start.
Oh
you know.
yeah, that was the best. That was the best part.
Yeah,
But
That's probably the
Jacksonville
worst
did
part
really
about
good in the
week 1.
beginning, but
okay, buddy.
and I liked Brian Thompson Jr. a lot. I think he's gonna really develop
He's the
chemistry with.
guy. Wait, he's the guy on the Jags, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh
he
yeah,
looks
he was
good.
good.
He looks
He was
good.
so
No.
good.
Yeah, I saw a
Mhm.
couple of his catches. His stats.
Him and Neighbors remind me of like they could be the next Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. I'm just saying like that type of duo.
Who's Justin
I get-
Jefferson in this?
Thomas.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, I get what you're saying, but Jamar and Justin are like young too.
Mhm.
No,
Oh,
no, no. You know what I'm saying? Like they were a duo from LSU, and they're like I'm just saying in a couple of years they're gonna
Oh,
run the
that's the
league.
Brian one. That's why I remember his name.
Brian
But yeah.
Thomas Jr. is a guy like I was fine. Like I'm being so serious, guys. Like I was fine if the Bears were gonna trade down. I was fine with getting Brian Thomas Jr. as the second option for the Bears. Other than if we weren't gonna get a Dunze, I wanted Brian Thomas Jr. Like I knew like from LSU he was gonna be really really good, and he played very well. Just I don't
Yeah.
know. Trevor Lawrence just I don't know what Doug Peterson is doing. Like you're on your own 30-yard line and you go for it on fourth down. It just doesn't make sense. They just wanted to lose that game for some reason. Like, you know how the Titans wanted to give the win to the Bears? It's like the Jags wanted to give the win to the Dolphins. Like, Doug Peterson had Dolphins money line, bro. Like, literally. Like, who does that? Like, who
mean-
does that?
True. Trevor didn't even play that well either. But Tua had a monster game, but for one touchdown, it's kind of ironic. But
Look, Tua
yeah.
is always going to have those stats, though. He's always going to have those stats. And
Right.
look, I'm telling you this right now. Like, I've never said that Tua is a bad quarterback. I think he's a great quarterback. The thing is with Tua is just, he's a great manager, and it's fine. Like, he's like, in my opinion,
How
he's
is he
an
a game
upgraded-
manager when he can throw deep balls?
He's an upgraded Purdy. He's an upgraded Purdy, in my opinion. A guy who's surrounded with really, really good talent around him. He will in the greatest moments he will fold.
I think Purdy has a better team than the Dolphins do.
I'm talking about the offense. Offensive
Yeah,
wise,
even offense. Yeah, he has a better team.
how? Tyreek Hill is probably
Just
arguably
because
one of the best.
he only has Tyreek Hill.
And Jalen
doesn't-
Waddle. You forget about
Well,
Waddle.
Jalen Waddle's all
well,
right.
no. Well, let me say something. I think Purdy has a better team, but that's what makes Tua the better game manager. But the thing is Tua he doesn't have the McCaffrey. You know? I know I get it. McCaffrey
doesn't.
didn't play, and he doesn't have the O line. The Trent Williams.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I think they're similar roles, right? They're game managers. They're not going to give you the flashy plays. They're not going to be the
That's
guy.
not true. I've seen both of them make some flashy
No,
plays.
Hmm.
not Purdy, bro.
Did you?
Yeah,
Did
I've
you?
seen Purdy
Yeah,
make some
Purdy
good throws.
has. Dude, he's just
Yeah.
certified Purdy hater, man. At this point, but like,
Purdy is not good, bro. I'm
yeah,
sorry. Like,
he's good enough, man. I don't understand why there are people like. Yes,
look, if
like
Purdy gets more money
no
than
matter
Dak
what they
Prescott,
do,
if Purdy gets more money than Dak Prescott, I'm actually like stop. I'm gonna stop watching football, bro. Like, there's no
oh,
way.
that's
In
Oh
well,
no, he's not gonna
I
get
don't
more
know,
money than
man.
that.
Oh no, like listen, if you keep in
pay
mind,
Purdy, Perry,
Purdy with that
bro.
team, like listen, that says a lot. It doesn't matter. Like keep in mind, if he helps in any way take the Niners to a Super Bowl and to an NFC Championship game when thrusted in with like, okay, you're up next mentality, and he's
That
been the
team is the
starter.
Avengers. That's the team is the Avengers. I
So
don't know what to
what?
Yeah, he
say.
still
The
does
team
it.
is the best,
Garoppolo was there under
and they
most
win a Super
recently,
Bowl.
and he was
And,
really dogged.
and no one cares about Garoppolo. He's not even on a team right now.
Yeah, he is.
Even
He's on the
though
Rams.
quarterback.
Okay,
I mean,
fine. He's
it's
a third
fine.
stringer.
You know, yeah. Slashing will always just hate Purdy. I mean, I don't like him either, but I
Yeah.
think
No,
he's a decent
I'm
I
saying
can't
quarterback.
that
think we know why.
no, I'm just saying he's a game manager. Like, what's wrong with me calling him a game manager?
He is
That's
a
what
You
game
he
said
is.
he
manager.
sucks too, as well. Like that,
He's
you
not
can't
a
just call him
good.
a game manager and say he sucks too. Like what? That makes no sense.
Look, I'll say I am a pretty hater, but I'm also right. He is a game manager and he's
That's all
forced
right.
into well. That's all I gotta say.
Bro, that just proves
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go Purdy over Tua, even though he's a better team. I think Purdy's way more calm and collected. Tua is a lot. He's not as
erratic.
much of a better. His game time decisions are
I
worse
promise you,
than
Oh,
Tua
and he
takes
can
that.
play in the
Purdy.
cold. That's important. You gotta keep that in
I'm
mind.
just saying that Tua takes that team to the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, any quarterback in this league takes that team to the Super Bowl.
It's
You just
not
got to be
even true.
competent. Wait,
All
wait,
right,
so
let's get to the couple of games
wait,
that we
hold
have
on, hold
left.
on, wait, hold on. Before are you saying that Jimmy Garoppolo is better than? You think Jimmy Garoppolo in 2020 was better than most quarterbacks in the league?
He was top 15, yeah.
So Purdy's like, okay, who do you think is better, 2020 Garoppolo or what 2023 Purdy?
Purdy.
Purdy was.
That's what I think they're the same. But hey, okay,
No, they're
No,
not.
Purdy's like it's
Dude,
not even actually
Garoppolo
even a
makes way
competition.
more mistakes than Purdy does.
Yeah,
Dude.
Garoppolo was a
Game-
pretty big idiot. I'm not gonna
Garoppolo
lie.
was super erratic,
But
and you didn't like it's insane. Like the 49ers fans will tell you, like literally tell you that the 49ers team won in spite of Garoppolo rather than because of Garoppolo. Where there's some games where they win currently with they win because of Purdy as well, getting the balls to the right place. But Garoppolo does not sometimes. Like that's the case, and that's also Shanahan's like scheming as well. You got to keep that in mind too. And like there were some plays as well where Purdy in the Super Bowl got screwed over because bad blocking, and that led to no touchdowns. So at the end of the day, you could call that an excuse all you want. I mean, if it happened to Mahomes, people would be overanalyzing that as well. All right.
No, because
But
Mahomes knows how to win at big
right,
stages. He
I
knows
get
how to
that.
win.
I get that. I understand. I'm not saying Purdy's Mahomes.
He had one of the worst receiving cores last year, who dropped one of the most passes last year. And guess what? He beat Brock Purdy in the Super Bowl, who had the
That's
Avengers.
not
He
that's
beat
not
him.
the
I'm
argument.
just saying. No,
The argument
no.
is that Purdy in a vacuum is a better quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo ever was.
I think
All right.
they're the same build, but we can agree to disagree.
All
There.
right, yeah,
But
yeah.
All right. Anyways, yeah. All right. That's enough. But Bengals unexpected loss. Like what?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
to
guess
be
we
fair,
can all just Joe Burrow washed. No, I'm kidding.
nah, just like the
I mean,
first.
I guess that would be an overreaction though.
Yeah, it would be. But it's the first 2 weeks, and usually the Bengals don't get their shit together until like week 4. So I don't really
But
see much of it.
at
So
some point, they need to win those games, because it's gonna matter
yeah.
when it comes to being the 1 seed, and when in the playoffs, if you want to be hosting home games, you're gonna need to win games in the beginning. I mean, it's just how it is. It's just how the league is. It's momentum based. You're gonna need to start winning games, and this was a layup against one of the worst teams in the league. I
Mhm.
don't know.
Yeah, right
Oh
about
well.
that one.
Speaking of the worst team in the league, that is Jesus Christ, man. Like
Man, they made
37
Derek
points
Carr look like he was Aaron
prime.
Rodgers. Like
Yeah,
actually, they made
but
him look like he was Aaron Rodgers.
I just
it was
can't wait until the Panthers come to Chicago. I just
yeah.
cannot wait until.
That's
I
a
just
What if
game
they
to
cannot
watch.
wait
win?
until Caleb Williams gets 400 yards on this team, Brand. Like I'm just like, if Derek Carr could go like that, oh, Caleb Williams, whoever plays the Panthers are gonna get their they're gonna get their
I
stats
don't,
inflated.
I don't know. I think that's true, but I don't think it'll be this bad. I mean, this might be one of the.
No,
I
I
think
know.
they have a chance to go. I'm gonna say it. They're gonna probably go in 17. I'm gonna say it. I mean,
Uh,
they definitely could have some trap games. Like they could be a trap team, but
no, I think they'll win like 2 games, 3 games.
they could. I mean, but I don't
Look,
know. After
I
this,
wait. I have a question, guys. I think I talked to Soback a little bit about this, but I want to know your guys' both opinions real quick. Let's just say the Panthers, we're projecting them to be one of the worst teams again, right? If they have the number one pick this year,
Yeah, you talked to me about this too.
no, I'm at yeah, I know, but like I want to know,
Uh,
do you trade that pick? I know it's not happening yet, but let's just say they do. Do you trade that pick or you keep Bryce Young? Let's just say he has a similar year. He last year like 2,800. Let's just say he has a
if
similar
he
year.
has a
He's double.
similar year, I'm gonna be honest. I might get rid of him. But if he does better, I'll keep him.
nah, I would probably still keep him and try to. I don't know if they get the number one overall pick. They have a lot of questions to answer in
I don't know.
general,
I
but
don't
also
know.
depends on who's going to be projected later on for to be like the number one overall
Okay,
pick.
that's just a question I just wanted to ask because look, it's looking like after week one, I look 47-10. Come on, against the Saints too, bro. Like I, I don't understand. I also we're gonna get to this game right after the Giants. Who do y'all think had the worst, bro? Who do y'all think is gonna be the worst team? The Giants or the Panthers? That's something.
Yeah, I think
They're playing in Germany.
Panthers.
They're playing in
Wasn't it?
Germany. Yeah,
Oh my God, no
it's
one's
gonna
waking up.
be the
No
toilet
one,
bowl.
no one,
The greatest
no one,
game of all time is the
no one,
toilet bowl.
no one's waking up that early. Oh, that's all I gotta say. Like
Listen,
we're
if you
we're.
love bad football, that's the game you love to see.
I
That's
will
the game with
happily
no
be sleep.
offense.
I'll be happily be sleeping while watching that game, bro. I'll happily be in bed. I'm
We're
just
all
telling you that
sleeping
right now.
good tonight. Like,
Literally.
but all right. Anyways, let's get to these games. We're about to approach 1 hour, but Minnesota, Sam Darnold absolutely demolished this
Yeah, he
carcass of a
did.
team.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, there's not
Uh,
really thoughts. Well, actually, I have a couple, but it's really brief. The Giants suck, and it's like I expect them to be a lot better.
That's fair.
Adding neighbors, getting
Neighbors.
Danny Dimes back because I just thought maybe it was a bit of an off year. Nah, he
Nah,
sucks. Like
he's
that,
dog.
that's pretty bad.
Hey, ever
The
since he
yeah.
Giants are,
signed that $160 million contract, he's thrown more touchdowns to the opposing team than actual touchdowns
yeah,
to
no, I
his
saw
team.
that one.
So
Look, I've been one of the most like optimistic people for Daniel Jones. For a fact, so back I've been preaching like give some love to Daniel Jones. Like he won a playoff game. Like this is the team he beat in the playoffs. But after the preseason and after watching this little bit of this game, a little snippet of
You
it,
know,
it's over.
what does that
Like
say about Kirk though?
what did that have to do with Kirk?
He lost to Danny Dimes.
Well, that says a lot about them collapsing as a team rather than
No,
Kirk.
but I think it says a lot about Kirk actually. Because if Daniel Jones can win a playoff game, why can't he be Daniel? Look at the guy right now. How did he lose to that?
I don't know how I don't know how Kevin O'Connell allowed that to happen in the first place, but I
no,
mean,
I
that's
know.
because also you guys are forgetting two words: Saquon Barkley.
that's true as well.
Uh,
Saquon did
like
carry.
I'm sorry, Devin Singletary is. I don't think he's anywhere close to Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
I
But
forgot about Saquon.
yeah,
Broncos,
snooze game. No one cares about this. I mean, Bo Nix looked all right. I mean,
he looked
he was
decent,
You
but
know,
he
I
had
thought
two
Gino
picks.
looked really good.
Gino looked to be fair.
two safeties.
Yeah,
Like
two
that.
safeties and still
That's
lost.
crazy.
That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, this is all right. I think Bo Nix is still gonna be decent. He just needs more time. Oh, speaking of, this is a game I want to talk about. Jim
Oh,
Harbaugh.
snooze fest.
It was a snooze fest, but they because of Greg Roman, they're now a running team now. They ran all over the place. Like you saw like the
Let's-
stats for it. Like it was
I didn't
crazy.
even know. I didn't even watch the game because it looked
I
so
didn't. I
boring.
barely watched it, but at the end of the day, it was still like
I'm
what.
so happy we did not get Jim Harbaugh because after watching that, I do not want to see a running team, bro.
Why?
Well,
I
to
Running
be
team's not bad.
fair, he
But like,
didn't
who are
have
they
much
gonna
to work
pass
with.
to? Yeah, who's he gonna pass to?
J.K.
uh
Dobbins with 135 yards, one
no,
touchdown.
they can pass to Lad.
He got a touchdown too.
I know, but
Yeah,
look,
144.
Herbert, it just doesn't work with Herbert. He's not a running quarterback.
He's not, but he can.
But he has a
It'll be
running back.
addition. Yeah, but yeah, it
I
was a
mean,
good
they're just
game.
gonna
Good
be
win.
they're gonna be a boring team to watch this year. But hey, a
Yeah.
win's a win. That's a good job for them though. They play the Panthers next week, so they should be
Mhm.
2-0.
I didn't really see this. I just saw Jaden Daniels went crazy
Oh,
in
Baker.
fantasy.
Oh, Baker's got to
Hey,
be in the MVP conversation too.
what?
After that,
No,
yeah,
no,
he
no,
had
not
four.
after facing the Commanders.
He had 4 touchdowns that game.
Yeah, I know he was really
Wait,
good.
okay,
I
but
love
if
Baker. Like
hold on,
Baker,
hold
I
on.
Yeah,
want him
Baker
to.
is.
But
If he has 4, he's in it.
No, but he had okay. Josh Allen also played the Cardinals,
that's
and we're
true.
so like it doesn't matter. We're talking about Week 1 MVP. Baker Mayfield's like top 3 right now.
Where's touchdowns?
The Bake Show. I'm telling you, the Bake
The
Show.
big show.
The Bake Show.
Go
He's
to
cooking. He's baking.
turnovers.
Dang. But yeah, like it was kind of crazy. Like that game was really good. Jaden Daniels looked all right. Looked pretty solid in terms of a running standpoint, but I don't think that's very sustainable. Typical,
Oh yeah, he cannot have 20 carries and like it's no.
especially with that offensive line.
It just
And
reminds me of what happened with Justin in 2022. Like he
it
was
was just
running
hurt.
so much and then he got hurt. Like I don't want him. Like I don't want Jaden Daniels to go through that too. So if I'm the Commanders, limit his running. Like actually,
Yeah. Anyways, Dallas. I think you touched upon it, David, and
yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I
but
mean,
yeah, the Rams a snooze fest in a sense, but until later on, um, the game picked up immediately. Sadly, the Lions won, but I wanted the Rams to win
Yeah, same.
because for Stafford's sake, but I guess it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, I
Again,
mean we touched upon it a little bit. Like I feel like they should, overtime screwed them, but
yeah.
it is
yeah.
what it is.
All right, and then we went over this game. So yeah, I mean we did pretty solid. Yeah, good job, guys. And I guess we can go right now and say, what's your game of the week? Like, what do you think that besides your own team? Let's be really honest.
Do you
What?
want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. I mean, okay, I'll go from what I heard. Because I didn't watch the ending, Rams and Lions. But if I had to go the one I watched, probably Eagles and Packers.
Yeah, we watched that. Yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah.
So bad, you want to go?
Yeah, sure. I think that it has to be Texans Colts. Like that was like a pretty fun game. I really think that both teams are set up for success. They both have great offensive coordinators and Bobby Slowick and a head coach in Shane Steichen. So yeah, they're set pretty well.
I think the game of the week is the Panthers versus the Saints. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Nah, I'll be honest. I think my game of the week is the Bills versus the Cardinals. I think that was my favorite game. The reason why is because we all thought that the Bills were gonna run through the Cardinals. We thought the Cardinals were a joke of a team. I mean, I think some people think they're gonna be a little competitive, but I think they answered that question. The Cardinals are gonna be a team that are not gonna they're gonna be a sleeper team. They have a lot of offense of power. They just need to use Marvin, in my opinion, more effectively. Kyler Murray had a really, really good game. And also I like that comeback. I like seeing a game where a team, is down 17-3. They come back and win. Josh Allen had a really, really good game. And I was happy watching that game. If that's what the Bills are going to do this season, they're going to be a very scary team. And I don't think, and another thing I'm going to say this, I don't think the Bills are going to miss Stephon Diggs that much because of Keon Coleman, man. Keon Coleman was special in that game. I don't think we touched upon that. He was special, and he is going to be someone that will need to be talked about later on. But yeah, I'm going to say Bills Cardinals.
Yeah, pretty solid 3 games. But yeah, that's about it for this episode of the podcast. And I guess thank you guys so much for watching us. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting season, and what a way to start off the week. And yeah, we'll be back on Thursday to kind of discuss more about what the next week's slate of games is going to look like. And yeah, anything you got? Anything else to say?
Nah,
Nah, not really. It's been
Yeah,
a great.
well,
It's been a great
yeah, it's
show.
been nice. Yeah.
yes, sir, yes, sir. Well, yeah, I guess thank you guys so much for watching. If you have made it this far, and I'll see you guys in the next one.